Is the camera on? Oh snap, my bad. Oh, hey everyone. Guess what? Simplicity Winter 2022 pattern just dropped today. And guess what? I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what I plan on picking up. So if that's some content you would like to see, keep on watching. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video we're going to be talking about the new Simplicity Winter 2022 patterns that just dropped today. And guess what? I just came back from Joann's and they are in my store. However, the box is not open yet. They will not let us touch the boxes anymore. So I will be waiting until Friday to pick them up. All right. Now, before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. If you are new to the channel, welcome, hello, ciao, guten tag, aloha, hola, konnichiwa, wagwan, bonjour. If you are returning, you know what to do. Go get a quick snack, something to drink, and come on back so we could talk about these patterns. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into this video. All right. So let's go ahead and get right on into the Simplicity Winter 2022 patterns. There's quite a bit that I want to pick up, but I'm going to try to get through these as quick as possible. Y'all know how I do. All right, so the first one is Simplicity 9658, and this is a Mrs. Hat, headband, mitten, cowl, and infinity scarf pattern. It is an average to sew pattern, and I'm planning on picking it up because I want to make view B, which is the bucket hat, as well as the infinity scarf in view D. Now, come on, you guys know when it comes to these patterns, you can use many different fabric options. Like for me, I will be using fleece. You could use Sherpa for view C. You could use a wool or twill for view F, you know, which is the mittens there. So you can use many different fabrics for this pattern. Like I mentioned, it is an average pattern as well. You have your hat, your headbands, your mittens, your cowl, and your infinity scarf as well. So let's go ahead and move on to this next pattern because I don't want to take too much time on these accessories type patterns. So this next one is Simplicity 9659. It is a kitchen accessories pattern. You have your knife roll, your hanging towels, you have your oven mittens, you have your utility apron, you have different things that you would use in the kitchen for this pattern. It is an easy to sew pattern. So you can use any type of fabric, mainly cotton, broadcloth, twill, cotton duck. I'm pretty sure you could use duck canvas as well if you choose, but that's what you have there. I plan on picking up this pattern because I want to make a couple of aprons for the Christmas time and into the new year. All right, so let's move over to the next pattern. The next pattern is 9670, which is a sewing room accessory. So you have your tote, your apron, your basket, your organizing bin, your ironing mat, your caddy, your scissors case. So many things. The totes have inside and outside pockets. The apron have 2 rows of pockets as well there. So you have your small bin, which you can use to hold your notion. The bigger bin you can use to hold like different threads, you know, the spool threads, the serger threads, and things of that nature. You could do that as well. It also has a scissors case, which is view F. You can put your scissors in there. So if you are traveling with your sewing machine, it would be best to get this pattern, make this pattern, and have everything organized. This is an easy to sew pattern for sure. And some of the fabric options is any type of woven fabric, like your cotton fabric for sure. Anything that's heavyweight, you can also use flannel fabric for this as well. So let's move over to the next pattern. The next one is a kid's pattern. It's a children's robe pattern, but it's like a elf style pattern. So I thought this was cute because I will definitely be dressing my son up like an elf with this pattern. Okay, so it is an easy to sew pattern. Now it does say that it is a comfy robe. Now, because my son is not going to wear these decorative buttons and stuff, I don't know what I would do for that, but I will be picking this up. I am more wanting to pick it up for the robe and the slippers because it does get cold here in Orlando, number one and number two, it is cold right now and my kids want slippers. I did just buy them slippers as well. So this is $96.72. When it comes to fabric, fleece or flannel will probably be your best option for that. For this pattern as well, you could use Sherpa as well, suede. So different things that you can use depending on the style that you're going for. Moving on to the next pattern, let's go ahead and move into some garments now, okay? All right, so the first one is $96.77. It is a missus dress with sleeve and length variation. The dress has like a knotted drape bodice overlay, a cutout neckline, waistband at the skirt encased into the side seam and back zipper. View A is the long dress with the pleat puffy sleeves that I like because I did make a dress similar to this, which was Butterick 6809 that I made for Valentine's Day. So it's similar to this, but it's not the same dress, okay? So view B and view C have your fluttered sleeves. Now this pattern does remind me of another Simplicity pattern. If I can remember the pattern number, I will go ahead and put up with the fluttered sleeves and all that good stuff. This is an American Sewing Guild pattern as well. Some of the fabric options that you could use for this pattern would be your silky print type, double Georgette, crepe, soft cottons for sure. So those are the different pattern options you can use. It comes in two pattern envelopes, 6 to 14 and then 16 to 24. So you have a good range for this pattern. So yeah, I'm planning on picking this pattern up for sure. Next one is $96.78. This is an average to sew pattern for sure. The reason why I'm looking at picking this up is view B. However, I want to do the length of view C, a shorter view because I don't need a dress all the way down to almost my ankles, like a midi lip. All right, so this dress have gathers at the neckline and raglan sleeves with variation for seam opening that tie close at the neck. It has your gathers that are created at the waist with 2 rows of elastic casing for sure. And that just basically help it all stays together for sure. So like I said, dress B and dress C have that flutter sleeves as well. Some of the fabric options for this would be like your chemise, your cotton blends, your crepes, your rayons, your silky print. So a lot of different fabric options that you can use for this fabric, for this pattern. Let's move over to the next one. So the next one is definitely on my list to get, okay? When I seen this one, I was like, yes, baby. All right, so this is the Missus Knit top. It's, first of all, it's Simplicity 96.79. It's a Missus Knit top. The knit top have an asymmetrical cutout along the shoulders for a sleek silhouette look. The top features the long gathered sleeves with the band, long straight sleeves, and sleeveless options, which is view B. Now, this pattern also reminds me of a pattern that came out in the springtime, which was Butterick 6875, which is also a top pattern that has a knot. It has like that relaxed fit dome and sleeve top that have that asymmetrical drape going on at the neckline with options for the fluttered sleeves as well, and the elastic casing. So this pattern reminds me exactly of that pattern. However, there is another pattern that just came out in the summertime that reminds me of this pattern as well. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's very similar. However, I'm still picking up this pattern, and the fabric option that you would need for this one would just be any type of knit fabric. So basically you could use Ponte knit, you could use jersey knit, you could use cotton knit, ITY, sweater knit, bamboo, rayon knit. You could use different knits just to do this top, and you wouldn't need much fabric. Okay, so thank me later. All right, so let's get into the next one. It's $96.82. Now this is a Mrs. Skirt, pants, and short pattern. Now this is an average to sew pattern. It's, you know, versatile with the skirt, the pants, and the shorts for sure. But what drew me to this pattern is the shape crossover waistband that's in the front on view C, what the model is wearing. So I was like, yes, I like that. However, it does have an invisible zipper. It has the side pockets. It has the soft pleats and all that good stuff. And then view A and view C have that button trim on the waistband. All right. Now, one thing I will mention about this pattern is I did see, I think it was Kingdom's daughter on Instagram. She made a pattern similar to this, and I think it was a Vicky Sews pattern. I will go ahead and put up her Instagram handle as well as the pattern that I am talking about. I think it was a Vicky Sews pattern for sure. I'll put that up so you're able to see that as well. But some of the fabric options for this pattern would be your lightweight wools. Poplin fabric I think would be a great fabric to use to hold the structure of the pants. Denim, linen, crepes, you know, faux leather, different fabric options that you can use for these pants. And guess what? Your girl plans on making them, okay? So this is the average sew pattern, and the size range from 4 to 12 on the first envelope and 14 to 22 on the second envelope. Yes, yes, yes. Winner in my book. Next one, 9681. So this is just a regular Mrs. and Woman's pullover top pattern. It's easy to sew. It is an American Sewing Guild pattern for sure. It's a trendy pullover top that can be dressed up or down in any outfit. Okay, so view A and view B have that pointed collar and shirt tail hem, and then you have view C and view D have that stand collar that have like the puffy sleeves that I like. Now I did do a pattern like this, and I have a sew along for it, which was New Look 6704, that I did for like a puff sleeve blouse back in January, February. I will link to it in the description box below if you are interested, and as well as on the end screen. Now view C does have that elastic at the sleeve if you are interested, but yes, I plan on doing this pattern pretty soon. All right. Moving on to the next one is 9683. It is the Mrs. skirt pattern. It's easy to sew. This one also reminds me of like a wrap skirt. So it reminds me of 2 to 3 different patterns. For sure, you have your slim or your flared high waist skirt. It comes in 2 lengths and features a back zipper, side seam pockets, and optional slide buckles or buttons. View A and view B have your front slit and back darts as well, so be mindful of that. When it comes to fabric, the different fabric options will be your denim, your lightweight wools, your linens, your cotton, your faux leather, your suede. Basically, you could use any fabric in order to do the skirt. All right, so I do plan on picking this up. And I feel like I am going to do 2 views on this one. View B for sure is the view that I'm looking at doing, but also view C. So stay tuned and lock to the channel to see which view that I do for this one. All right. Next one is 9684. It's an easy to sew pattern. It's a Mrs. hooded coat and jacket with length variation. This coat and jacket have a relaxed fit. You guys know I have made a jacket and a coat way back in January, February of this year. I did an Ankara coat. I took basically a costume pattern, which I think that pattern was 9354. I think I'll put it up on the screen so you're able to see that. And I just basically took a costume pattern and made it just a regular everyday coat, jacket, and it was a hit with you guys. So I may do something like that again, but this time, instead of me using like an Ankara print for this, I would definitely use like a fleece, a flannel, a ponte, or a sweater knit for this. So speaking of fabric, let's go over to the fabric options. According to the back of the pattern, it says that you can use a ponte, a sweater knit, a wool, a fleece, which is what I planned on using anyway. So yeah, just be mindful that on the hood, the wrong side of the fabric will show for the hood and the front of your hooded coat or jacket. All right, so, and it also features a 1 button closure, side seam pockets, and also come in various lengths. Now for me, when I get around to this pattern, I do plan on doing view B on this pattern. So basically view A with the length of view B. So I might as well just say view B, right? All right. So moving on to the next one, it's 9685. This is a Mrs. coat and jacket. This is an average to sew pattern. Now I will say that this jacket comes in 2 different pattern sizing. So the Mrs. coat and jacket for this pattern is 9685, but the woman's size is 9686. It's the same exact pattern, okay? 1 in woman and 1 in Mrs. But this is a line coat and jacket which features the attached scarf, which is what I like. And it has a button front closure and pocket. The coat comes in 2 lengths. View C is your shorter jacket, which I like, but I plan on doing what the model is wearing, which is view B on this pattern. Some of the fabric option, I have fabric for this already, right? All right, but some of the fabric options is your lightweight wools, denim, your boiled wool, your fleece, your linen. You can use so many different fabric. It is an average to sew pattern, so be mindful that you need a couple of skills in order to do this pattern, but it's nothing that you can't do. You get what I mean? All right, moving on to the next one is a Mimi G pattern. Y'all, she sneak peeked this over the weekend, and I already knew I was gonna pick it up. So there will be a sew along. Mimi will have it on her channel, so thank her later. But this is a Mrs. Jacket, poncho, and pant pattern by Mimi G herself, the GOAT, and it is an easy to sew pattern. Now, most of Mimi G's pattern are easy to sew. They have gotten easier over, you know, the years, okay? But it's an anorak style jacket with hood. It features a front cargo pocket. Half of the front zips up. It has the elastic waist cording as well, and have elastic at the sleeves. Now, view B is the poncho, which I am here for that. It's like a half poncho, a half zip front, and the snap fasteners under the sleeves for sure. View C are your pants and drawstring ties and elastic casing. Now, view A does remind me of the jacket that I created that was a costume pattern, but I like the fact that Mimi did add a pocket onto it as well, like the front pocket, kangaroo style pocket, or whatever you want to call it. I do like that. View B, the poncho, here for it, love it. View C reminds me of Mimi G Genie Pants, which came out a couple of seasons ago, 9268, which I will put up on the screen, but it doesn't matter because guess what? I'm picking up this pattern because it's fire, okay? So let's move over to the next one. Regarding this, let's talk about the fabric. The different fabric options is basically any fabric of your choosing. It's easier for me to say that, okay? Moving on to the next one is 9688. So this pattern right here is a Mrs. and a woman pattern. So in this one pattern, you have many sizings, okay? And so basically this pattern is kind of like a one size fit all. I hate to say that because one size fit all does not mean one size fit all. But in this case, it's the size range runs from 10 to 18 on one envelope, 20W to 28W on the second envelope, 30W to 38W on the third envelope. It is an average to sew pattern because it is a woman's jacket with the tight belt. Now this pattern does remind me of Mimi G pattern 1066 that came out like fall of like 2016, 2017. I'll put it up so you're able to see what I'm talking about for this pattern. But this is like a polished blazer style jacket coat. It features the belt, the shoulder pads, which is optional, by the way. It is lined. It has the front flaps. It has the pocket. It has the front button. View A has the slit sleeve if you're interested in that type of sleeve. View B have your contrast collar, your lapel. If you're looking at view B, it has the ties, it has the pocket flaps, all that good stuff. Now you can do like the whole outfit. So if you would like to do the whole outfit like you see the model wearing in view A, you can pick up the pant pattern, which is 9689, and that pant pattern comes with the pants and the vest, and it's an average to sew pattern. It's a lined vest which features the front buttons, the mock welt pockets, the buckle set-in side seams, and then you have the pants that have the splits on the front. Now these pants remind me of a pattern that I had before. The only difference is these pants has a waistband. The other pattern that I'm thinking of has a elastic waist pant pattern. Okay, it has the elastic at the waist, and it's new look 6515. I have done this pattern before. So it has that. You have the slash pockets, the waistband, the belt loops, the, you know, center front seams, which, you know, make that so-called tuck, I guess is what you want to call it, in front, and basically give more definitions to your pants. But this is 9689, so you could do a whole look and use both patterns, 9688 and 9689. Moving on to the next pattern, because I'm here for this top and pullover pant pattern, 9690. It is an easy to sew pattern. I am here for those joggers, okay? I love them. But like I said, it's an easy sew pattern. So you have the coat shoulder top in view A with the scoop neckline and long sleeve for view A. View B is the short sleeve. And then you have two pant options, which view C is more like your wide leg pants. And then view D, you have your joggers. I'm here for both the joggers and basically what the model is wearing in view BC. That's what I'm here for. I did do like an easy to sew pattern where I did orange is the new black. I will put the link in the description box below if you missed it. But I like these easy to sew patterns where you don't have to think too much about it and minimal pattern pieces. Okay, so for the fabric options, you can use basically any type of fabric. You can use both knits and woven fabric for this pattern. Just make sure when you do the top, you need a knit fabric. Okay, next pattern is 9691. So this one is like a family, style pattern, and you guys know I like doing family style patterns. I'm going to be doing some family photos pretty soon, but it's a girls, boys, and adult lounge shirt, cardigan, shorts, and joggers. So you could just imagine which view I will be doing for myself is view A and B. For my children, view D, the shirt. And then for my husband, I'll probably just do view D and view B, the pants and the top for him as well. But, the size range is for both girls and boys size, small to large, and then adult extra small to extra large for sure. But basically, you can use any fabric option. For me, I will be using a flannel for this, but you can use your ponte, your French terries, your fleece, so many different fabric options of your choosing for that. Just be mindful of the fabric that you choose to sew your garment together. Okay, moving on to the next one is 9292. This is another easy to sew pattern. It is a unisex jacket, vest, and belt pattern. So the jacket and the vest features the shawl collar. It has the front button closure and pocket. All the jackets and the vest have that front and back lining piece. Okay, so in view C and view D, it has that. It's cropped, basically. It's a shorter jacket. Now for me, I like what the model is wearing in view A. I like what she has on, so that's what I plan on doing. But some of the fabric options are your corduroy, your cotton blends, your denim, your stretch woven, your twill, your wool, your sherpa, your fleece, your flannel. You can use so many different fabrics in order to get this look. All right, so let's move over to the next one. Is a men's cargo pant pattern, okay? So this is 9693. It's a versatile cargo pants pattern. It is an average to sew pattern. The size range is 34 to 42 on the first envelope, 44 to 52 on the second envelope. These pants features the front slash pockets, the back patch pockets, belt carriers, and button closure with the zip fly. Now, view A, C, and D have that cargo style pocket on both sides of your pants. View A is like a slimmer fit style cargo pocket. But if you look at view D, you have that elastic at the hem to make it kind of like a tapered jogger style pant. Now, for me, if it was for me, I would be doing view A. For these. Now, I am not picking this pattern up for my husband. It would be for me, and I would be doing view A when I get around to this pattern. However, when it comes to the fabric, you can use corduroy, cotton blends, denim, linen, stretch woven, twill, wool blends, many different fabric options of your choosing. All right. Moving on to the next one. It is a boys and a men jacket pattern. Now, for me, I have not sewn a jacket for my son. I have sewn many jackets for my daughter. But I think this pattern would be great for my son. It is a jacket, vest, hat, and crossbody bag. Now, my son does get a lot of colds. In the fall, winter time, he had a cold for 2 weeks. Okay, so he was feverish for 2 weeks. And he just got over it, being that now he gets the rest with the Thanksgiving holiday. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, or Thursday, tomorrow, because I'm filming this Wednesday. However, I want to say that, back to this pattern, but this pattern will be great to do as a beanie cap, a crossbody bag for myself, not my husband or my son. But I am here for the jacket. It comes in small to large for the boys pattern, and then small to extra large for the men's pattern. Like I said, it's, basically matching jackets, vest, hat, and crossbody bag for the boys and the men. in your family. And the jacket and the vest have the front button closure. It has the front pockets and the spread collar as well. And then the cross body bag features that slide buckle that I like, the clip closure, and the zipper that you have. Now, I do want to say, if you have never seen Lejanaro, she does the Annie fanny pack, and it's been amazing. So if you have never purchased that pattern, I'm going to put the link in the description box below to the Annie fanny pack. You can purchase that pattern as well. If you are unable to, get simplicity patterns where you are, it would just take too long, or the store is too far away from you and you want a fanny pack, go to the description box below. Her name is Lejanaro. I'll put her channel link in the description box below and a link to that Annie fanny pack. All right. But like I said, it's an easy to sew pattern. Moving on to the next pattern, which is the last pattern that I will be picking up. As soon as these drop, I'm going to Joann's today, and I hope that they're there. So this is a girls and boys hoodie and jogger set pattern. It is an average to sew pattern. I love the fact that this is a color block hoodie and joggers. It features that rib knit cuff and waist, the cargo pockets, and you have the drawstring. However, you can make your own drawstring because it's a purchase drawstring, which is like twill tape basically is what it is. But for the fabric options, if you really want to know what the fabric options are, you can use your ponte, your double knit, your fleece, your sweatshirt fleece, your terry knit, many different fabric options. But this pattern is an average to sew pattern, and it ranged from 8 to 16. All right, that's it for all the patterns that I will be picking up. Go over to the Simplicity website so you can see all the winter 2022 patterns. All right, so there you have it. That's everything that I will be picking up Friday at the Joann's pattern sale. Now the pattern sale started Wednesday, which is today. I'm filming this Wednesday, the 23rd of November, and will end Saturday, November the 26th. So make sure you pick up your patterns then. Like I said, Simplicity patterns in my store will be 99 cents. Your store can be $1.99. So be mindful of that as well. All stores are a little different sometimes with pricing. All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, keep sewing and happy Thanksgiving.